Chill. What's up, everybody? Welcome to today's DLLS Cowboys Podcast, where we're going to start our positional preview for the Cowboys in the NFL Draft. Today we start with corner. We also have a Dak and his backup conversation. We'll visit with Michelle Montaine from WFAA, and it's a mock draft Friday. Show starts. Meow. Welcome in, friends. It is the DLLS Cowboys Podcast. Your best friends in the business.
Nesto!
Yeah, go ahead. Jesse loves to shout out whoever has the first comment before the show even starts. The like and subscribes sure are appreciated. And we have a full broadcast for you today. We do have our positional preview for the NFL Draft, which starts with cornerback. We have a conversation about Dak and his backup. Micah Parsons wants to be a $200 million man. We got all sorts of stuff happening. My name is Jeff. I'm seated next to former Cowboys wide receiver Jesse Holley.
Oh, Jesse Holley went 77 yards. It must be a reality show.
I'm not going to lie. My skin's looking great in the camera today.
Oh, my God.
My skin's looking great.
Damn, I look good, too.
My skin's looking great in the camera today, man. My smile's looking bright. Eyes looking good.
Chill, you look good.
Skin, you got a haircut? Where you going?
Look good.
Where you going? You think you cute today, huh?
Where you
I
going?
look good every day.
Nowhere.
I look good.
Cute,
Handsome as hell. T.O. voice.
Next to Jesse is the greatest beat writer in the history of the Cowboys, Mr. Clarence Hill.
Club hop hop, where legends drop. Clarence Hill just can't stop. Breaking news, you gotta hop in Club hop hop.
It's also made the chat say Cam Scadaboo ran a 4.57 40. Dane Brugler says they got him about a 4.65, which means the combine about a 4.75. So just if you want to know, about the running back who looks like me, call it a 4.75 at the combine if you want to. Hi, how are you guys doing? It's good to see you. God, it's good to see you guys.
It's Friday. It's Friday.
It's Friday.
We made it.
Friday is what I call it.
Just got paid. Money in my pocket.
Feeling right.
Let's go.
Come on, Johnny Kemp.
So we got some Dak and some backup quarterback stuff to do, but I do want to knock this out first just because, Clarence, you showed me this right before the show starts. Our friend Calvin Watkins had an article in the Morning News where he said Micah Parsons' goal is to become a $200 million man. That doesn't sound like it. That don't sound like I don't need 40. That sounds like either 4 years at 50 or 5 years at 40. That sounds like he needs 40.
Yeah.
So get ready. I think 5. And if that's what it is, if that's the number, sign it right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
5 for 200, done.
He told me last week that 40 was you know.
Well, this before or
I could be
after
happy
you didn't
for-
go to the party?
He would have told you more if you went to the after party.
You went to the after party. A couple shots, he would have told you.
Clarence turned down a Micah Parsons after party.
We're doing
Not
this.
only Micah Parsons.
We're still doing this.
Osa.
Osa. Who else? With Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek was there, yeah.
And Chargers safety.
Yep, Chargers safety. Eric Weddle.
Well,
No.
Who?
Derwin James.
Derwin
Derwin James. My mind.
What was I about to call him?
I don't know.
I was about to call him Darkwing Duck. I don't know why.
Really?
I don't know why.
Anyway, 40 is been on the table. That's legitimate based on what the other guys are getting. I just don't. I mean, the only way you get to 200 if you do a 5-year deal. That's really not what guys are doing, is it?
It would be great for the Cowboys if they did.
Yeah.
You know, for the team, the longer the better, because the cost of poker just goes up. If you could get him for 5, that would be great. If you could get him for 7 at 280, you're doing even better.
I mean, and what you're talking about is, and this is how we get crossways with the contract, because like Dak's was a true extension. Like Dak's extension doesn't start till this year,
Right.
because he still played last year. So he still has the last year of his rookie deal. So we're talking about either 4 years or 5 years from next year.
That's great, and that's
You
how
know
you're
what I'm
supposed
saying?
to do the business.
Right.
You get as long as you can, and you get it done as soon as you can, and then you can play games with that.
So
with that money.
if you're talking about new money, $200 million, you're talking about 5 years from next year.
It's going to have to be more.
Starting
It's going to have to be more than 40. because a 1 year delay before it hits.
Yeah.
And TJ Watt going into his last year, like he's going to have to go over. He's going over miles. It's going to be 40 and a half, 41, 42.
Yeah.
If he gets 5 years, it's going to be 5 years at 240 or at 205.
I just love, I love the public gesturing of, just, hey fans, it's not what I need. I just want players around me. I don't want to get double and triple teamed.
And a lake house, he said.
Yeah,
I just need a lake house.
I just need a lake house. You get a lake house now.
Yeah.
You don't
He
need
got
a
lake
contract.
house money
You
now.
get a nice lake house for 1.2,
Yeah,
1.5.
Yeah.
You got that. You got that now.
Yeah,
He got lake house money.
You got
now.
he been had lake house money.
Yeah.
I
want lake house
just love the conversation, how it's changed. Well, we all knew it, but it's just fun to see.
It is funny.
But it's not surprising.
I don't need 40.
It's not surprising because we knew what was going down this road.
I thought he was a great teammate and he was going to take a discount so that they could surround him with enough talent to win the Super Bowl. But it turns out, where's Captain Thunder? Turns out Micah is incredibly selfish and wants all the money for himself and not enough to surround himself with talent. Because it would be a huge difference if he signed for $37 million instead of $41, and then they would add so many Pro Bowlers.
Right.
But he's not going to let them.
Yeah. If he signed for 35, 37, right.
You think in those conversations, whether it was at the Super Bowl or whether it was at the Ohio State-Texas game when they were in the suite, you said you waited around for 90 minutes?
Yes.
90 minutes you waited around for Micah after he was sitting in the suite talking to Jerry Jones. Did you think he said to them at some point in time, hey, guys, need a little help? Need a little help
Yes.
out here? And how does that make him feel? Because you last year, not this past year, the year before that, you sat in a Super Bowl suite with Jerry Jones, right? You were coming out of the hotel. He was coming into the hotel.
Yes.
And he saw you and said, you got tickets to the game? Yeah. He's like, not really, but hey, come sit with us. And then you had conversations there about what you needed, what to draft.
Yeah.
And then this year, you sit in with him again in a suite at the Texas-Ohio State college football playoff game, and 90 minutes after the game is over. So you spent 3 hours in there with them, and then an extra 90 minutes after the game was over, 5-6 hours of conversation about what you need as a football player, and they gave you Osa.
Hell yeah, they gave you Osa. That's big time.
They gave you Osa.
I just want to go back to the Super Bowl last year. You know how hard it is to get into a Super Bowl? So Jerry Jones, because it wasn't just Mike and his boys. He had his boys with him, right? Mm-hmm. Just comes. Did they have tickets, or they said they were me? They were Jerry. Just come.
See, I think what you do. I think
they were Jerry. You can just come in and whoever you got with you just can walk in, go through security.
If you're Jerry and you're a good, savvy businessman, however much it is per person for a suite, I'm deducting that when we go into contract negotiations. I'm like, now remember, you owe me $38,000 for the 6 spots in the suite.
That's what the agents do, okay?
We're going to knock that down.
I'm going to set you up and put all this training and send you down here, and then they take it out of your contract.
Do you think that Jerry is frustrated that Micah doesn't drink?
He needs him to drink?
Because if Jerry could get Micah to drink, then he could try to get something signed without the agent. You get him a little toasty, and you're like, that sounds good, doesn't it? I just happen to have those papers right here. Here you go. He just, yeah. I think Jerry's probably upset that he doesn't drink. Yeah, okay. I see all the chat. Yeah, I think 5 to 12 and a half, 42 and a half a year. That's probably about right. Another conversation we wanted to have today is we are going to do the Cowboys position preview for the NFL draft. Cornerback starts today. That'll be next segment. But we do have another spot where they're short a guy. They don't have a backup quarterback at the moment, and we'll talk about how they're probably going to fill that. But I did want to sneak in a little
In the back door?
Y'all see Dak? Y'all see Dak today out there
I'm just
throwing?
saying.
Y'all see
You
Dak?
don't sneak in the front door.
That's true. That is more
You
often
don't
what you would
sneak in the
sneak
front
You would
door.
sneak in the back. It's true.
I'm just
Y'all see Dak out there slinging the ball, getting
Yeah,
ready. See him
yeah.
out there. He's recovered. He's slinging the ball. The question I just want to throw you is, how do you feel about Dak going into this season?
For me, this is just for Jesse Holly.
I think you're speaking for Captain Thunder.
I think.
Well, no, because I don't think he's greedy.
Okay.
I don't think he's greedy.
Okay.
And I always want players always
Hit the
to
like
get
button.
the most money, even though I may not agree with what your price tag is.
Yeah.
Right? For Jesse Holly, this is it for me. This year, if you want to gain more favor in my eyes and want me to believe in you past the 2025-2026 season, Dak, you cannot get hurt this year. And you have to take this team to a deep playoff run. Because if you do not, there's nothing else that you can show me. There's nothing else that you're not going to get better. You're not. You don't get better in year 10. Sorry. I'm sorry. You don't get better in year 10. You know all that you know that you know. You're a 10-year vet. You done seen every cover 2, cover 3, cover 4. You done seen every robber, every rat player, every hole player. You done seen every blitz. You done been through defensive coordinator after defensive coordinator throughout your time. If you do not get this team to a place that they have not been through this little drought.
Little drought.
I'm
Just
out.
a little drought.
I am. You cannot convince me anymore that he's the guy. You got one more season for me.
I got you, and I feel you, and I'm with you on the injury. But if a carpenter's as good as his tools, right? If they don't help him, it's just like the coach. What you got now, what you're working with now, based on what we're seeing, we already say they're not a more talented team right now than they were at the end of the season. We're already saying that, right?
And they were not good enough last year.
And they weren't good
win.
enough last year. I think it's more about the injury, him staying healthy. We'll see how he plays. But if I'm playing with CD and a bunch of maybes, if I don't have any, if they can't draft, we'll see.
They're going to draft the guy. Come on. They're going to draft the receiver.
No, but can he play? Where are they going to draft him? I need to see what the tools are before I say you got to take me to a long playoff run. Because as of right now, we all know they're the third best team in the NFC East.
What are quarterbacks unfairly, justly, or unjustly? What are they judged on?
I understand what they're judged on, but I can look at the other quarterbacks and I can see what teams are doing to build around them. We use Philadelphia as a litmus test.
Sure.
And as Jalen Hurts has 2 highly paid receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he has a Pro Bowl level tight end.
Best
he has one of the
O-line
best
in the league.
offensive line in the league. They got a running back that's the best running back in the league. He got a defense that's full of monsters. I mean, there's a lot that's there that helps him get to the next level to say we judge them on playoff wins and playoff success. I mean, again, show me what you're working with before saying you have to make a long – I don't think a long playoff run, this roster right now is not built for a long playoff run.
Then that tells me that they don't believe in you because they aren't putting any more pieces around you to grow. That's what I'm saying. Like, to me, it's time to move on. It's time to move on.
They paid him and didn't put nothing around him. So they didn't pay him because they didn't believe in him. They paid him saying, you just got to work. No, I'm telling you what they said was you got to work with less.
Yeah.
So that's not a not believing in you. They don't. That's how they run their money.
They also understand the business of football. They understand.
Do they?
They don't understand. They don't understand. They don't understand the fundamental building of football. They understand the business of football.
But the business is building the same thing.
And they know in order to get national televised game to actually compete out there, need a quarterback. So that's the cost of doing business. You just know that's the price of tea in China.
I agree, but my point is we're talking about business and building. If they understand the business of football and how to build a winner, which is what the overall goal is, then isn't that the overall goal?
I don't know. I think
because
they're achieving the business goal.
Because the argument is based on him taking to a long playoff run.
Right.
So that's the goal, whether we're out on Dak or not, right? So to say that the Cowboys don't believe in him because they don't put people around him, I don't think that's what it is. I think that's how they choose to manage their fiscal cap. That doesn't mean it's the right way.
As a quarterback, there are things that you have to be able to do to elevate your teams in the moments that matter the most. Do you agree or disagree?
Well, unless you got the tush push.
Disagree?
No, we understand Dak is not Patrick Mahomes. So the whole blanket, because you make the most money, you got to turn the lemons into lemonade. That's not what's going to work right here with the Cowboys.
Poo-poo into diamonds.
Yeah, you can't turn. What did they call
turn
them?
Poo-poo into diamonds.
You can't turn
diamond into poo-poo.
I mean, I understand what you're saying because you make the most money. You're the franchise quarterback. You're supposed to elevate and make more with less. But look at Cincinnati. We're just talking about Cincinnati. They got one of the best. Everybody says he's more talented than Dak. He took him to a Super Bowl. They went and paid 2 receivers $30 million or more. Mm-hmm. Okay? That's
because
not,
you know why?
That's not working
You know
more
why?
with less.
You know why? He probably went in there and said, if you don't pay these two guys, I'm going to make it really, really difficult for you guys to keep me here.
You said Dak needs to be a bad guy?
But my point is your
Maybe.
statement.
Good guys finish last.
But your statement was when you're the quarterback, you have to elevate. He's not elevating. They already there. He not playing with Jalen Tolbert.
My prediction, Jalen Tolbert, Pro Bowl this year. Dak Prescott, Super Bowl winner.
But he has to be healthy. But the bottom line is they need a backup quarter, which we haven't gotten, and we will get into. But they need help behind him because he hasn't shown he can stay healthy.
Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, it is time for our positional preview for the NFL Draft cornerback. How big a need is it? How likely they use an early pick on it? How you feeling about that group today? That's the things I want to chat from you. It's next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast.
Owning a property they did come with a lot of challenges, but property tax should not be one of them. Did you know that you can fight your property taxes and save thousands of dollars every single year? Ownwell is our good friends. Ownwell believes that when it comes to paying property tax, you should only pay what's fair. It just takes you 3 minutes, maybe 5. I think 3 is a little bit.
Up to 5?
About 5 to 7 minutes to sign up and get a local expert with cutting-edge technology to start saving you money with no upfront costs. And I'm just not saying it. I actually did it. And when I went through it took me about 7 minutes to sign up for this. And there's a savings that I should be saving about $600 on my property tax.
Let's
so
go.
Ownwell is going to fight for
Let's
me,
go.
and there's no upfront cost. So I don't have to pay anything until they win the money. So head on over to ownwell.com and get set up. And have them dispute your property taxes, man. Save a little money this season.
Shout out to our friends at Timeline as well. Timeline, what they do is they sell health and longevity supplements featuring their
Proprietary, baby.
Mito Pure ingredient. They've done 15 plus years of research, secured 30 plus U.S. patents for their products. Timeline is so good. I pop 2 of them things every morning. The cells in our bodies are the building blocks of life. Timeline's a supplement that works with those cells, and it helps give you more energy, feel stronger during workouts, preserve health and mobility as you start to age. Doesn't that sound good? The patented ingredient is Mito Pure, a postbiotic nutrient that clears our dysfunctional mitochondria, aka your cells' battery packs. With regular use, you'll see and feel the difference in the form of improved energy levels, better workouts, faster recovery, more endurance, and more. Right now, Timeline is giving you 10% off your order of Mito Pure. Go to timeline.com/DLLS today to get started. Timeline.com/DLLS. All right, it's time for our NFL Draft position previews for your Dallas Cowboys. The position that we have chosen today is the position of corner. Our thumbnail for the show is a help wanted with a shadow figure to come join DaRon Bland, Trevon Diggs, and others. So the way that I want to start this is I'm going to give you the depth chart. You tell me how you feel about what the Cowboys have now, and then how big of a need is it? How confident are you they're going to use an early pick on it? And then we'll do the names to know. Depth chart for the Cowboys, if you had to start the season right now playing corner. DaRon Bland is out there at left corner. Kaiir Elam is probably at right corner, who you traded for from Buffalo, because Trevon Diggs, we would assume, will not be ready when the season starts. He's going to be coming off of a knee surgery. Caelen Carson maybe is on the field in the slot. Maybe it's Israel Mukuamu. And then there's guys. Keemon Hall, Andrew Booth, Josh Butler, Troy Pride. So just thoughts on that group. Do you think I have it right with Bland, Elam, Carson? Or is it Mukuamu playing the slot, which he did a little bit? How do we feel about the group?
I mean, we don't feel good about the group at all. I mean, the only, it's like Spades, right?
One of the possible.
we got one of the possible. You play Spades?
No.
Yeah, I play Big Joker, Little Joker, get rid of a couple of the twos. How about you?
You know how to do the books, right?
Yeah, I got that. Yeah.
We got one of the possible.
Yeah, that's not good at all. Yeah, no, I like to have 4 in a possible, and I like my partner to have 3 in a possible. I like us to get 8. You know,
He got one of
Get the other guys to get some books, or we'll set them, whatever.
Run a little Boston
You want
on
a Boston? You know
them.
about
Run a
that
Boston on them.
I don't know what that means.
All good.
I thought I was doing great, but
No,
then
you
you
were
hit
good.
me with a word I didn't know.
No, you were doing good.
Okay.
You were
don't
doing
step
good.
outside.
Nah, you were good. You were good. You were good. You were all right. You're all right. You're all right. We didn't kick out the cookout just yet.
Okay.
Nah,
But
you're still there.
they got
Good
one. They got one of the possible. They got one, and I guess the possible is Elam because he had first round talent. But they got one of the possible right now, and Butler I don't think is he's coming off a big knee injury as well, so I don't think he's really you can count on him.
Who's that?
Butler.
Josh
Okay.
Butler.
Yeah, they need help. And again, Diggs won't be ready for the start of the season. I don't know how much into the season they're going to get him on the field, but I've seen him working out. They've been posting some of his videos since y'all say he don't work out, don't attack his rehab.
Wait, who doesn't work out? Diggs? Oh, Diggs is posting?
Yeah, you ever seen none of this stuff on Twitter?
Let me check him out. Let me see how he's looking. Take a peek.
Yeah, his workout. He's been,
Wait, you're the one who said that. You're the beat writer who reported it.
okay.
You reported it. The people in the building didn't think he attacked his rehab the way they wanted him to. That was your report.
Oh, sorry.
I just knew it before you reported it. Never said it out loud.
Anyway, he's been posting stuff about his rehab. But
Look at him. He's working. He's on that upside down half medicine ball doing some balance. Oh, he going to be ready to go.
Boshi ball?
He going to be ready to go. He going to be ready.
But so they don't know. Just talking to the Cowboys, they don't know when he's going to be ready. It's realistic that certainly he won't be ready for the start of the season. So this is a huge position to need, especially going to the draft. And we've talked about the Will Johnsons and Jahdae Barons and guys. Joe's really high on the kid out of East Carolina,
Savon
Ravel. Again, he's coming off of ACL. He was his surgery was done by Cowboys Dr. Dan Cooper, who sent a message to the team that he'll be ready for training camp. Just trying to keep his draft stock high. But we all know we've had injuries. Even if he's ready, because his injury happened early in the season, and so he'll be recovered, but he won't be at his best until 2026.
Yeah,
and the need is urgent now.
And how we feel about the group, unsettled. I think we are a little bit unsettled about the group, and what's going to be very interesting.
It better be.
Thank you.
Interesting.
He's busy. He's not paying attention.
He's busy.
All day. This has been since this
I'm
morning.
listening
Y'all never
to
seen
you.
Adam Schefter on the show? Clarence got stuff going. He got
listening
stuff.
to you.
Since this morning. No, it's all good.
He's talking to sources.
I talked. I'm letting you talk. Trying to get out the way. I had my spiel.
I'm trying to let you talk.
You good?
I had my
You good?
spiel.
Yeah, let me go then. Back up. All right, thank you.
I was trying.
All right, let me go.
We need to start stopping the show anytime he looks at his phone and be like, "Are you talking to a source or are you BSing?" What do you do?
He's on Facebook.
No,
He's on FaceSpace.
Yeah, he's
My
on
book.
Facebook. But we feel unsettled about the position. All the names that you mentioned outside of Bland are hope. We hope Kaiir Elam lives up to the first round tendencies and expectation. We hope that Diggs gets back out of there. We hope that Seatbelt finally lives up to what Al Harris told me at training camp. Lied to me at training camp.
I thought he could play too.
And then we're going to get in training camp, and they're going to make a play, and everybody's going to be like, "See, up here it comes." But I've seen the same play for the last 7 days. Of course, I'm going to make a play on it now. I've seen the formation. And there's no consequences. So I can jump a route in training camp. So those are things that we have to kind of like caution ourselves for. But then after that, it's very, very sketchy because I'm one twisted ankle, I'm one pulled calf, I'm one shoulder stinger.
If something happened to DaRon Bland,
I'm one of those away from us having all hell break loose. And, to Fern's point, absolutely, hope is not a plan. And I think that the Cowboys are hoping these guys take the next step. But you can't bank on that. You can't bank on that. So I'm very unsettled at this position. I would like to see them address it in those premium rounds, maybe the first 3 rounds, address that cornerback position because we are in a passing league. And from what Eberflus has said about this defense, that this defense is the defense that's going to have to cover, yes, but also got to tackle.
Yeah.
You got to be willing to go out there and make some tackles. So, the more guys that you have questions with, the more questions that you will have on your defense. And there's a lot of questions at cornerback right now.
I think the dream come true would be one of the guys you guys mentioned. Like if they could find New City, find
New
some
energy.
confidence, new scheme, and Elam could be useful.
New phone.
Like I don't want to go to he was a first round pick, he could be a star. But if Elam could be a capable starter, that would be huge for them. If Caelen Carson could take a step and be a capable starter. And I would take one of the two. I think one of the two would be good.
How much leash do you give Izzy Mukuamu? Because he's been here for a while, been waiting for his
He
opportunity.
played the slot in a playoff game and did it really well, and they like never considered it again. And so I don't know. I don't know what they think of him.
But that's a different coach.
You're
right.
right.
It's a different coach because we talk about a lot about different traits. Different coaches look at, again, when Dan Quinn was here, what did he want? He wanted 6'1" corners with long arms that can cover a lot of space.
I think Flus wants that too because they run, based on what I've seen, they run like 50% cover three. And cover three means you have one deep safety, your corners have a deep third. You want corners that are going to turn and run and have that length and the ability to make those windows smaller. So I think they're going to want kind of the same thing.
So are we looking at Izzy now playing a little bit more on the outside at corner?
It's what he did in college, but they haven't had him do that here at all.
They started him as safety. He's played some slot. He's really not played a lot of outside. You remember Elvis Toast Patterson?
I'm sorry. His name was Toast? That sounds like a guy that got beat a lot.
Yes. We don't need a toast.
We called him Butterback in college.
Yeah.
Butterback.
You don't need somebody that's going to
He
just
got
target
toasted.
for big plays. We know Bland's going to hold up his side. We just need somebody that's going to be solid. Or they need somebody that's going to be solid. It's just not going to be, a simp out there that's just going to they're going to attack. High back.
No, I know. It's
simp.
funny. No. I'm with you. I'm with you. It's
Mark.
Funny. It's funny. It's
Old
funny.
school of Mark.
1 to 5, 5 being you need it the most. How big is the need at corner right now? I think it's 5. I think if you had to line up with Bland, Elam, Carson, you're going on pure hope. You got one guy and 2 that the other team is going to be like, you going to show me.
Yeah, I'm about 4 in the pump.
4 and a pump?
Yeah.
But 1 pump. Okay, 4 and 1 pump. What do
4
you?
and a half. That's what we call a pump.
I'm 4.
Odds that they use, or how likely do you think it is that they use one of their first 3 picks on a corner?
92%.
Ooh.
See, because you say don't be beholden to a position.
You don't want to be forced into it, but at
Okay.
least corner's premium.
Yeah, because they got so many other premiums. I mean, it's who's available, who's going to be there in first, second, or third round. When you got needs at running back, receiver, defensive tackle.
I do think it's a chart that goes like this. The chart, like it's like in the first round, and the higher your pick, I do not pick what you need.
Right.
When you get to the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and you're just
Right.
taking swings, you're absolutely going to factor
Right.
in what do I need, and I think that could be true in the 3rd. It could maybe be true in the 2nd. You don't want it to be true very often, but I think corner's a big enough need that I think I'm over 50% that one of their first 3 picks is going to be a corner. I think they know they need a guy that is going to be able to step in and play.
I don't know how your pie chart works. Over 50% in corner. What about running back? What's your
Over 50%.
Okay. What about receiver?
Around 50%.
Okay. What about defensive tackle?
Around 50%. Don't worry, this math works. I promise.
That's a lot of 50s.
I've got 3 rounds. I get to add up to 300. That's how it works. I think D tackle, running back, receiver, cornerback. Yeah, I think all of those are high up there.
To me,
What about offensive tackle, offensive guard?
running back is
I
the
would
least of D.
Under 50.
Okay. Huh?
Running back to me is the least of D.
It's the what?
It's the least of the.
Oh, least of the.
I think it should be the least. I don't think it is in their mind. I think they're hell-bent. I think it might be my highest. I think they're hell-bent. And I think you could do it by throwing even later picks at running back to throw into the room with what you got. But I think they're hell-bent on running back. And then here's the names to know. With the Cowboys pick at 12, if they make a pick there, Jahdae Barron, Will Johnson. Texas Jahdae Barron could play. He could play anywhere. If you need a nickel corner, he could line up in the slot. If you need an outside corner, he can do it. I mean, arm length be damned.
Yes.
He can do it.
He can definitely do it.
He's physical. He'll tackle. Will Johnson, I think, is the prototype for a cover 3 corner. Michigan's Will Johnson. You're talking over 6'1", fluid, smart, knows what an offense is trying to do. I think those are your first round options. Second round, Trey Amos, Ole Miss. I need his first name in front of me. Wanye Thomas's little brother at Florida State. Benjamin Morrison at Notre Dame, and Savon Revel, East Carolina. I think those are your second round options. And then there's a couple other guys in the third that we'll talk about as we get closer to the draft. Please hit the like and subscribe button while you're here. We sure would appreciate it. Coming up next, it's time to check in with our buddy at WFAA, Michelle Montaine, about the Micah Parsons contract. Cowboys draft needs all of the things. Hit the like and subscribe button or else, which is not a threat. That's next on the DLLS Cowboys Podcast.
Pass it here.
What?
In your pocket. Thank you. Oh, you can hold it. Lucy! I'm doing the ad, but he actually does the Lucy. Lucy, 100% nicotine, always tobacco tea.
Tobacco free, yeah.
Free.
Yeah, we don't do tobacco. Just nicotine,
it's
baby.
Free. It tastes like tea sometime. What flavor do you got right there?
This one is wintergreen.
Wintergreen. Lucy breakers are nicotine pouches with an extra surprise. Every pouch holds a capsule that can be broken open and release extra flavor and hydration. That one has the wintergreen fresh. You had the berry one before, right?
I had the berry blend. Yeah, sure did.
What's your favorite Lucy? And you can have Lucy delivered right to your doorstep. No more trips to the gas station. No more trips to the grocery store. It comes right to your front door. Lucy, you can level up routine Lucy.
Best part is when you're done with it, there's a cap on the top.
What does that do?
That's where you discard.
Oh.
So you don't have to you don't have to litter. Yeah, I figured out what it's for. You don't have to litter. When you're done, you put it in there, you throw it away when you get home.
Use the promo code DLLS, get 20% off. And here comes the fine print. Lucy's products are only for adults of legal age, and every product is verified. This product contains nicotine. Nicotine is a addictive chemical.
Shout out to our friends at Sleeper. Use the promo code DLLS, boys. It's baseball season now. You can get in there and make your picks on baseball. Is today DeGrom Day? Is it a DeGrom Day?
Sure.
It's Rangers Red Sox this evening. But anyway, throw that in with your daily picks on Sleeper. I love doing it during football season. I like to just wing it with hockey. I like to pick Bobrovsky and say that he'll have more saves than projected. I don't even know who he plays for. I just thought it was a fun name. But that's what you do with Sleeper. You just make your picks, and the more picks that you combine, the more you can win, all the way up to 100 times your money. So if you got what it takes, download that Sleeper app, and new users, use the code DLLS Boys. You get $55 in free entries when you place a $5 contest. And terms and conditions do apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Operational over 25 states, including this one. Check out Sleeper today. And here's our Sleeper leaderboard. I'm tracking down Jeff Wilson. I also need to see if Jeff is reporting honestly. I need to log into his app and see what's really going on there. I like that Sam has a sad face to go with his sad record. It makes a lot of sense. Jeff and Bobby, we're going to war there in the middle of the leaderboard. But we're going to catch up. Use the code DLLS when you sign up. All right, let's take it out to our friend from WFAA, the great and powerful Michelle Montaine, who joins us from, I'm going to assume, the house, because I think I see a lampshade and a custom.
This doesn't scream WFAA.
Well, I'll tell you, it doesn't scream DLLS when you have on a
Dodgers.
Is that a Dodgers?
No. Drillers.
Oh, way better. Is that a minor league team? I love minor league hats.
It is a minor league team of the Dodgers, yes.
Okay. Oh, damn it.
By the way,
see, I don't know
DeGrom
who this
Day is Sunday, Kavanaugh.
Okay. What happened?
I said DeGrom Day is Sunday.
Okay. Well, it's early. I got to get in.
Where the drillers based out of?
Tulsa, Oklahoma, Clarence, but we don't need to go there physically or mentally.
That's where she started. She started a career.
I have a Sod Poodles hat. Minor league hats are badass. There are so many awesome team names in minor league baseball, and I'm forgetting all of them right now, but they're out there. Michelle, Micah Parsons just wants $200 million. That sound good to you or what?
Yeah, no, I mean, I would like the same, but I'm also not that good at football, so not realistic for me. Debatably realistic for him. I think it's just interesting. My first
Better be interesting.
thought is that he has said previously throughout like last season and then kind of coming into this offseason that he didn't necessarily need to be the highest like non-quarterback paid player because he wants to win, and having additional like funds for people around him is important to him because that's where his priority lies, is in winning. So then to see like the number that's been thrown out there around 200 mil is just, I mean, in some ways it makes sense because it's Micah. In other ways, it's just kind of like, the Cowboys already have so much money wrapped up in so few players that to do the same thing with Micah that they've done with CD and Dak, it just feels like how do we make it make sense,
Well, it makes sense from a Micah standpoint, and I hear you. And I was there when he talked about I want to have money for other players. Have they invested money in other players?
No.
Have they?
I don't think Oath counts. No, I know. I mean, the restructuring of Dak and CD's deals makes sense from okay, we freed up some cap space, but to your exact point, when are they going to spend the money? And are we about to go through another Oxnard saga where, Jerry Jones is walking off the field and is asked, what was Calvin's question to him? Like, is getting CD signed a priority for you or whatever that exact terminology was? And Jerry's like, no. If he doesn't get Micah signed before, July and before the guys head out to camp and we just relive the same story and dance again, I just think it's like, okay, what are we doing to instill any sort of confidence in this fan base that the moves you are making sense?
Michelle,
don't do it.
I'm not.
Don't do it.
I'm not.
The chat said don't do it.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay.
Let me ask my question.
Okay.
I'm not.
Don't.
I'm not.
Just
I'm not
don't.
going to HR. I'm not.
Okay.
What?
I'll fill you in a minute.
Damn, you made me forget my question. No.
No!
Oh no, I'm back. So we've already seen what the Philadelphia Eagles what they do as far as offseason and signing players, and now Washington have gotten into that. The Giants just signed Russell Wilson, and people may feel that it doesn't improve their team, but I feel like it improves their team. Are the Cowboys falling behind in this division?
Yes.
Great answer.
Yeah. I guess I just don't understand why. There's no rationale for it, especially when Jerry has the bank account that he does. I will say, from what I've seen in terms of just transactions in general at this point in the offseason, I feel like the Cowboys are doing more, and guys that they've brought in, even, this few extensions, two of which I think came, what was the long snapper and Cavante Turpin, within I don't know.
Trent Sieg, let's go.
I was like, cool. Well, our special teams unit's going to be fantastic. But I will say, movement as a whole, they've actually done some things, but is any of it enough to move the needle? Look at the running back room last year. It was, we all knew going into the start of the year, running back was a point of question. And then they were so bad to start the year as a unit. That was one of the weakest spots on the team. So we come into this offseason knowing okay, we've still got to improve the running back room. You let your best back production-wise last season walk. So that's something that we've got to improve on. And you look at the state of the running backs right now. I get that the draft is coming up and there are a couple drafts, a couple prospects, Ashton Dinty, other guys that, they could get in the draft. But if you just look at the running back room right now, you come off a year with Rico Dowdle and Ezekiel Elliott past his prime as who you're putting your confidence in. And then what are we looking at now? It's just, yes, they are very clearly falling behind, especially when you talk about the moves that the people in their division have made at this point ahead of the draft.
All right, Michelle, I need to this is Michelle Montaine of WFAA, and I want to tell you that, first of all, I admire your career journey. I think you're incredibly talented, and I want you to know that I am and have always been an ally for women in sports, and I know that it can be unfair at times, and so it is a passion of mine to make sure that we treat everyone equally.
I am holding my breath. I think my heart rate is elevating. Where is this going?
And so the question that Jesse, the chat was telling him not to ask, but now they're demanding that we do ask.
Don't ask.
Is
don't
what we
ask.
always want to know about every person. And I believe that you are a person, and so I want to treat you equally.
This is wait. This is Jeff Kavanaugh. This is not. When HR comes, I want nothing to do with this.
So
Jeff, not Jesse. Okay, yeah. Let me
Yes.
hear it. Now I'm like, really, my heart rate is elevated.
So especially, no, Kat, I don't need you. No, this is equal. No, we believe in treating everyone the same. So especially when somebody's wearing a hoodie, but it can apply to any sort of shirt. We ask, are you raw dogging under the hoodie? And like in my case, like, no, obviously I have a shirt on under the hoodie. And so the question would be, are you raw dogging under the jersey? Because in the interest of equal rights and being equal.
Equality
I
for
very
all.
much not. And
Okay.
I hope, yeah.
Now,
Thank you
do
for
you have
treating
You don't have to prove it, Michelle.
do you
don't
have a
to prove
do
it.
you have a shirt on underneath the baseball jersey?
I have a workout top on. Okay.
No, I'm
It's
just,
2025.
Sir.
all
That's
right.
right.
It's
It is
like
2025. That's an acceptable top
All right.
for the
Yeah,
ladies.
it's like I'm in my, you know what? It's baseball season opening day. Was yesterday. I was thinking this was, topical.
Yeah.
I have like a workout top
Yes.
on.
Yeah.
It double.
Counts. I've already asked. This.
AKA
It counts.
not
You're good.
raw dogging under the jersey,
No.
which
Yeah,
is
no.
good.
She's good.
Correct. We are.
Next
Get
question.
like, move on, please.
Move on.
Well done, Michelle. Have a great day. Thanks for joining us. You can catch her on WFAA. She's the best.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you for treating me equally.
Yes.
See? I told you I'm an ally. I've always been an ally.
You spent it well. That was a good spin. I liked it.
You had to set it. You had to go with a very long setup
I
to
like
make
you
sure.
how you spin that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let the white man on this show. I'm gonna let the white man on this show ask that question. They get a little bit more leniency than the brothers. So, but what's amazingly funny is
It better
I
be funny.
love our show. I love our show because immediately I didn't even get a word out, and the chat just lit up.
Don't do it, Jesse.
Don't do it, Jesse.
And then
Don't.
everybody else jumped in with do it.
But I'm sitting here thinking, I'm sitting here thinking like, I gotta ask, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta ask, and I'm just like, how do I frame this? But the chat just like lit up. I love thank you. I love you guys are family. You guys are
Yes.
family because you knew what the question that had to be asked. You knew it. You knew it the moment the screen popped up.
Listen.
Got to know.
Is it hot in here? Because I'm sweating.
You got to know if somebody's raw dogging.
What?
Boss, just a little head shake.
This-
All right.
Yeah.
Are we still on WFAA?
All right. I want you guys to know
I'm sweating.
it was an honor and a privilege to host this show for the number of months that I did. I'm proud of the work we did, and I look forward to watching these guys in the future and see where they take this. Have I missed super chats? Let me knock out the super chats. Nesto, is Dak truly injury prone? He snapped his ankle, broke his thumb, and tore his hammy, which in my opinion are all freak injuries. And Elway got a better team after year 10.
Yeah,
Better team matters.
he got one more. He still in the Super Bowl. He got one more. He got one more injury for me. One more injury for me, and I'm done.
One more freak injury.
Call it whatever you want.
Just unfortunate. Vance is in the super chat. The main question, Jesse, is there a QB who could be the guy to lead Dallas to the top with the way the team is being run? What a great question by Vance.
Good job, man.
Jesse just wants a new face to get mad at.
No, I don't know. The question is, I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know. None of us know.
We
But
don't.
I know the guy that we have for the last 10 years is not it.
And I'm going to say, I don't know that Dak's going to lead him to the Super Bowl. As much as I say give him a chance, I don't know that.
I'll bet whatever that he won't, but I bet the next guy won't either.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying I've
You've seen this show.
I've taken Super Bowl off the table.
Right.
I'm just saying this.
But with me a couple,
Have a decent playoff run.
with me
Yeah.
two of them,
Give me two of them things. Give me to the NFC.
get
give
a
me to
bye
the-
and win me one of them.
Yeah.
do something. Like do something
Because
other than
I remember Hope in 2016. I remember him, I would say, went throw for throw with Aaron Rodgers to 3rd and 30, and they gave it up. I'm like, there was hope for the future that this could be.
and he's had weapons like this. Like we're talking about this team. Like he's had two. He's had Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb. Dak Prescott had a team that had.
He's had a good O-line before.
He's had a 1,000-yard rusher with a really good O-line,
Right.
a 1,000-yard receiver. He's been a 3,000-yard quarterback. He had an 800-yard tight end, an 800-plus yard wide receiver number 2. He put up 3,500 yards. Like he's had a squad.
No, he has. And
He's had a squad now.
I think both Romo and Dak each had probably two shots at it,
Yeah.
where it was like, damn it,
And then
I needed you there.
And then other times the defense couldn't stop a nosebleed.
Right, and that's now I'm just asking you to go match them and race them to 40,
Yeah.
which is not really fair, but hey, you got to do what you got
That's
to
his
do.
life.
Knight is in the super chat. I'm an OU fan. and want Barron. Jahdae Barron, hook him.
Hook 'em night.
He's a good-ass football player. Jeremy Sanchez, should we try to trade for another second better security? And what do you think of Florida D-line for the Dallas? Gives me Vita Vea vibes, late-round pick. I don't even know.
They talking about the guy that 465
He
pounds.
doesn't give you Vita Vea vibes.
The guy, the 465 guy from Florida.
He
We
can't,
talked about him yesterday.
give you Vita Vea vibes, and you want to be their late round pick.
Yeah, if
Sorry.
he gave you Vita Vea vibes. That's
Sorry.
that's like when people look backwards at Tom Brady. Like I think it was it? Damn it, I forget what coach it was. He's like, oh, we had a first or second round grade on Brady. I'm like, then you would have picked him in the third or fourth,
Liar.
no matter what. Even if
Right.
you had a quarterback, you're lying. You went in the 6th round. If you have a quarterback with a high grade, I don't care if you have a quarterback, you would have picked him.
Right.
Stop lying. Aaron is in the super chat.
Aaron, we love you, man. Like Aaron, you have a special section in Club Pop Pop, like literally, like you're in there.
We're gonna put a trucker cab in there.
Where legends drop.
He said, I love y'all much. To think it's the off season. Looking forward to the season with DLLS. Let's get it. Appreciate you, brother. It's a mock draft Friday. We will get to that next. Please hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, or else not a threat. We're mock drafting next on the DLLS Cowboys Podcast. Oh yeah, we're gonna need. Yeah, go ahead and pull that up.
I love the diehards. I love our fan
I do
base.
too.
Like just that last segment alone,
Raw dogging.
that was just amazing.
What percent of them do you think are raw dogging? 15?
How many people in the chat are raw dogging?
7. If you're raw dogging,
Don't be ashamed.
don't be ashamed.
Tell us.
Tell us if you're raw dogging.
Anything other than hey, y'all talk
I
about
got
diehards.
this.
I got to walk
Yeah,
over
so,
here and log into something.
Here's the thing, man. Join the diehard, man. And here's what you get. On DLLS becoming a diehard, we're family. You see how you guys rocked out that last segment? You knew what I was thinking before I even thought it. We're all a family. Now make yourself an official family member. Sign up to be a diehard. Now what you get in that, you already get what we give. You give the articles that Clarence write. You give the articles that Joe Hoyt write, and all the other
The Tetero and McMillan article is really good. It's
blowing up.
Yeah,
It's blowing up. You get a free T-shirt. You know, you see, we all have our DLS gear on today. You get a free T-shirt. Shelby,
got the carrying card. We don't have a carrying card.
Our boss want to have a meeting with us afterwards about HR. What he needs to be having a meeting is about getting us a carrying card. How about that?
Yeah.
Get us a carrying card.
He can
boss.
suspend me for the raw dogging thing if he gives me a carrying card.
Yeah.
Like I'll take that trade. I'll take a week off, paid, if I get a carrying card. Yeah. Also, our golf tournament is coming up on April 25th.
Mm-hmm.
That will be day before day 2 of the NFL draft. So we'll have already picked a guy in the first. We'll be getting ready for day 2, and we'll be having our inaugural Lone Star Open. If you're a diehard, you get a discount when you sign up. Even if you're not a diehard, go to our website at alldlls.com and get signed up.
Somebody
We'd
up
love to
here
see you out
may
there.
not be sober on that day.
I'm going to be stone sober.
Yeah, we'll all be up there at some point.
Clarence, you want to golf with
I'm
me?
not going. I'll be up there. I can't golf.
Come on, Tiger Woods.
I want you on
Tiger
the team.
Hood. Tiger Hood. Tiger
I
Hood.
need Clarence on the team. All right, it is time for a mock draft Friday. We're going to give Katya 1 second to get on to the...
Hit the like button and let us know if you're raw dogging.
Yes, we do need to know how many out there are raw dogging, and are you ashamed of it?
When Tiger first came out, me and my friends used to go to the driving range. Used to muscle up. You know, we try to hit that. You know,
As soon as there was a black golfer, you were like, we got to get in this.
we got to
thing.
get out there. I got
This is
some
our
clubs,
sport now.
Go to the driving range. You know, took some class. You know, some lessons.
Yeah, how'd it work out for you? Just keep your left arm straight, head down.
You
You'll
just
be fine.
got you got to be consistent. You got to continue to go.
Yeah, it's
so
hard.
it was a little fad, little trend that continue to go.
I'm going to win the golf tournament.
Did
So-
you, when you got your golf clubs, did you make trips to the Bennigan's
I love Bennigan's.
or the Waffle House?
I love Bennigan's.
Or
Bennigan's used to have
Shoney's.
$2 Texas teas.
Why is it Bennigan's and Waffle House? Usually, my golfing friend usually end up at Hooters after they play
where did
golf.
Tiger go?
Oh,
He
you're
went to
talking-
the wa- was
he
he
went to
Waffle House?
he
He wasn't Baker was Cheesecake Factory.
Baker was.
No, he's talking
He
about
was
what
Waffle
Tiger-
House, right? It was a Waffle
No,
House.
no,
No.
it was Perkins. He had a
Perkins.
Perkins. It was a Perkins waitress.
Perkins.
It was a Perkins waitress.
I knew it was something. I knew it was green.
Yeah, it was
Bennigan's, Perkins.
It was-
They
it
got the
was a
same color
Perkins-
scheme.
It was the Perkins waitress. No,
All right.
Shout out.
Check out the raw dog situations here. Wow, a lot of raw dog
Somebody got a
comments.
suit on.
All right, here we go. No raw dog, never. But
That's
I did
right.
have to
That's
do
right,
it for
Jeremy.
plumbing. Okay,
Raw that what?
never a hoodie.
Oh,
Never a hoodie,
Wearing a
baby.
suit, don't raw dog. I respect myself. That's true. Yeah.
I'm in bed just wearing a blanket.
Shout out to you, y'all. Shout out to you, my boy.
See, that's John has it right. You can raw dog a sweatshirt or a hoodie when you're just running a quick errand.
Mm.
You just can't do it
Same
over the course of the
thing.
day.
But
what if
Aaron
you
may
get
take you
into-
to the store?
But what if you get into a serious accident? My grandma used to always tell me when I wore drawers,
Then it's nasty.
always have clean drawers on.
Yeah.
Because you may never know when an emergency might happen.
That's
Oh
true.
my God.
That's true. Raw dogging in the sweats at the house, at home in the crib. What shirt? Yeah, raw. Yep. Anyway,
Raw dog.
it's a
That's
mock
right.
draft Friday.
Undershirts mandatory.
Rolling commando qualifies raw. Yeah, you're bottom
Yes.
half raw dog.
Yes.
Oh, I can see it. What did you set it up for? We going 3 rounds? 4, 5, 15?
I can't see it.
We'll,
Like
get-
that eye chart.
we'll make it. For the right super chat amount, I will pick your player. Start the draft.
Let's go.
We're trading down. I don't even need to know who's available.
Let's do it.
Trading down.
Let's trade down.
Well, we can do it. We're
No,
always
let's trade down.
We're always trading down.
Look who's available.
Look, it's a perfect team to trade down. Perfect time to trade down. Can I see who got picked? Here we go. Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter, Mason Graham, Armand Membo, Jade Barron, Shadur Sanders, Will Campbell, Ashton Genty, Tetero McMillan, Will Johnson. That is incredibly realistic. 11 names.
And that means trade down.
It does mean trade down. Because, like, there's guys, if you're willing to do it, if you're willing to go tight end, Tyler Warren's probably one of the top 12 players in the draft.
No.
Are you willing to go
No.
tight end?
No.
Okay.
I think Malachi Starks, there's a good chance he's one of the top 12 players in the draft. Do you want to take a safety in the top 12?
No.
Jihad Campbell might be one of the top 12 players in the draft. You want to take it?
Is Campbell off the ball linebacker?
Yes, but he's going to be viewed as does both. Like, he's like Jalen Walker at Georgia. Just instead of 6'1", 250, he's 6'3", 245. He's built like Fred Warner. But he plays linebacker, but he also will line up on the edge and rush the passer. He's a good player. Mike Green is a possibility at 12. He has some
jumped
stuff
up.
pop up.
Oh, did he?
Well, he has some stuff, like alleged stuff from
Yeah.
high school. With
Oh,
some
yeah.
stuff.
Do you want to look at your trade options?
Yeah, I always want to see my trade options. I love trading. Green Bay's, where are they? 20 what?
23.
Will they give us 23 and 54 for number 12?
Do I have to click it?
Yeah, click 23 and 54. And then click 12 for the Cowboys.
Does it work?
They're going to take it.
Do you want to offer it?
I don't know. We want to go down to 23?
I do.
I always
I
want
guess we
to.
did now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go down to 23.
Well,
Let's
yeah,
go.
we're going to do it now. Resume the draft.
We
Let's
did
rock.
it.
We got
Let's
an extra
ride.
second round pick.
So here's who else went.
Kelvin. Look at Kelvin Banks. Look at God. Or Walter Nolan.
Or Luther Burden.
Or Luther Burden.
What other receivers are there?
Just don't tell me Omarion Hampton. Oh, yeah, check the receivers. Let's check the receivers. Oh, man, I might take Luther Burden. And nobody's talking about him anymore, so it would make our mock draft fun because nobody's putting him
Is
in the first round
Hampton,
anymore.
is Hampton there?
Yep. Amaria?
Yeah.
Why are you asking me about a running back?
He actually got a running back. He is there.
Because we moved down. I mean,
It's the
that's
first round.
great
That's the
value.
first- he does not have great value. It's the first round.
It's 23.
It's the first round. First round, we got rules. Genty or hell no. Unless you guys want Hampton. I mean, we could vote.
No, I'm
I want CD to have a best friend.
Luther Burden. Let's go.
You want to take Luther Burden?
Yep.
Let's take Luther Burden. Missouri Tigers, stand up.
Weren't you about fixing the line?
I know, but I would.
Banks was there.
I want CD to have a friend.
Kelvin
What
Banks
happened
was
to
there.
the trenches?
Kelvin Banks was there.
Exactly.
I
We
want
can
CD to
check
have
the
a
trenches
friend.
now.
We're still good in the trenches. We
Okay.
still.
We're in the second
we
round. We can check the
Second
trenches
round,
now.
top of the second round.
Can I see?
We get 2 in the second round, right?
Yeah, we got 2
2
in the second
Yeah,
round. We
let's
should
roll.
have. Can you scroll down a little bit on that side? Let's see. We're here at 44, and then scroll down. We're at 50 something too, I think.
54.
Okay, we're 50.
No, we're at 44.
44.
44, 54.
44
Okay.
first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And we took a wide receiver.
Yeah. What the O-line look like? What's your mama look like?
What that line look like?
Ain't no line.
What's your mama look like?
We want to
O-line.
see OT.
Tackle.
See OT,
OT.
first. Ursary is going to get picked around that range. He might go in the first. Donovan Jackson would be a good one. Donovan Jackson was actually a guard at Ohio State and really, really, really good. And then Josh Simmons got hurt, and he went to left tackle, and Abdul Carter kind of welcomed him to playing tackle.
I remember that.
But then the next game and all the way through winning the Natty, he was a monster at left tackle. So he's just good.
What does
Guard or tackle.
What does DT look like?
What does DT look like? Let's take a gander.
What y'all mama look like though?
Stop that. DL, not Edge. DL. you're good. You're
This
good.
man
Yeah,
said,
yeah, that one
"Come
right
on."
there.
Mark
Okay,
Turner.
options for the Cowboys in the second
Ooh.
round. Alfred Collins, C.J. West. Scroll up a little bit. Was there another one above Turner?
Turner.
Okay, so scroll down a little bit. Let me make sure they don't have any weird rankings. Okay, so I do think Alfred Collins is the end of like the.
Yeah,
I feel you can help me as a rookie nose tackles.
Okay, Alfred Collins here.
You know,
Can we look at the running backs real quick?
Backs?
Can you look at the running backs real quick?
Look at the running backs.
Clarence just really wants
Yeah,
He
old. We need
he
a running
always
back.
wants a running back.
We need a
He's
running back.
always going to want a running back.
But here's the thing about running back. In 10 picks from now, we could pick
We back
One
get
of
him at
these guys.
54.
Quinshawn
That's what I'm saying.
Judkins or Dylan Sampson or Travion Henderson.
One of them will be there.
Let's go with the Longhorn.
Let's go with Alfred Collins.
Let's go with
Alfred
Alfred Collins. Yeah, let's pick that D tackle.
So we got 2 second-round
Alfred
picks.
And then with our next pick, Savon Ravel is there if we want a corner. Are we hell-bent on a running back? We're going to take Travion
Let's see
Henderson.
who's there. Third.
Travion Henderson, Quinshawn Judkins, Dylan Sampson,
I
all
don't know if
quality
we're gonna-
options.
We got to go with Travion, right?
We're not going to pick a corner? See, this is the Cowboys' problem. We traded down, and we still got too many needs.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, who's available? Let's look at everybody.
Okay, guys worthy of this pick, in my mind, Benjamin Morrison.
I don't like his name.
Honestly,
I don't like his name.
I think the end.
Damn.
I think that's
I don't
my
like his name.
only second-round corner
Benjamin
left.
just doesn't feel like a guy that's
Call
going
him
to be.
Ben.
doesn't feel- but Ben doesn't feel like a dog to me.
Call him B.
Doesn't feel like a
He
dog.
is a dog.
There's 2 Kansas
Benjamin
guys. There's
Morrison.
2 Kansas guys there.
He's had 2 hip surgeries, though.
I'm out.
Oh,
I'm
crap.
out.
Okay.
2 hip surgeries?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can't.
yeah.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. Take the running back.
Take Travion Henderson?
Yep.
All right, we take
That's it. We're going to score 40 points
Henderson
a
over
game.
Jenkins.
Over Judkins?
Yeah.
I like Henderson better.
Okay.
I sure do. I like guys who are better in the receiving game and make more big plays. And our third round pick,
So you have
I do like Ozzie Trapillo.
or
Okay.
76.
Yeah. We're 76. And what do we got? We got Luther
Running
Burden,
back, a receiver, and a D tackle.
Alfred Collins, Travion
Travion
Henderson.
Henderson.
You hate doing need, but I think we're looking at offensive line,
Yeah. Let's see what it looks
corner,
like.
offensive line, corner.
Let's see O-line.
Yeah, let's see the O-lineman.
What y'all aunties look like?
OT first. Let's see the OTs first.
Got big Cam Williams from Texas.
We could do more hook 'em. That's an upside pick right there.
Upside.
That's an upside pick right there. I do like Ozzie. He like 6'10".
Who?
The Boston College right tackle, Ozzie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
6'10". He might be 6'8" or 6'9", but he's a real big dude.
So, like, when we get into this realm right here, when it comes to offensive linemen, I start looking at things like, the cold weather run dominant football teams. Who had some of them, like, this is what I start looking at, like, who had some of those Iowa, Wisconsin
Okay.
type players? You know what I'm saying?
You're school hunting right now.
I'm
Yeah, you're
school
looking for
hunting
you're
right
looking
now.
for a cold weather man.
Yeah. I'm looking there, and like I want somebody who would eat salmon raw if they caught it the same time.
Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, no,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's gross.
Yeah, but not right out the water though.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm saying like right out the water. Like I want somebody with overalls
yeah.
and big
okay.
boots.
Can I see the interior O line? Okay.
Now,
Ooh.
y'all gonna give my boy Willie.
Ooh. Are you afraid to take a guard?
No, I'm not afraid, but people talking about my boy because he's short. He's not the right height.
Oh yeah, he's 5'10",
Not the right height.
With that, yeah.
but his wingspan is normal for an offensive lineman. So he's
But he played for 3 years.
Good player.
Willie Lampkin's gonna play in the NFL.
Good player.
He's gonna be a
Good
5'10"
player.
offensive lineman. He's gonna play in the NFL. Tate Ratledge is worthy of this pick. He wore number 69, had a mullet,
Have we looked at the cornerback?
and he's a right guard.
Have we looked at the cornerbacks?
What is
I don't know.
his? What is his?
So we start this day talking about cornerback needs.
What is his driving record?
His what?
His driving record. He went to Georgia.
I don't know that he's been.
If you don't have a misdemeanor, I don't know if he's nasty.
I'm going to bookmark Tate Ratledge for a second. Let's see the corners. Let's see
So
the
we
corners.
started the day talking about cornerback needs. We haven't addressed it yet.
Let's see the corners. You might have to scroll to get my guy. My guy's right there. I have to watch Huzzy today. He might be our guy.
Kobe
my,
Bryant.
My guy is Quincy Riley at Louisville. Dude's got like 30 passes defended and 8 picks in his career, and he's one of them like 5'10", 5'11", raise hell in the slot kind of guy.
Didn't
That would
Kobe
be-
Bryant run a good 40
my
from
guy.
Kansas?
Probably. real skinny.
Yeah.
Real skinny. If you're letting me pick the corner, I'm taking Riley.
It's your pick. You
we could take Tate Ratledge if we want to right guard. Or we're just gonna let guard play out and pick us a corner.
I think a corner is what we need.
All right.
Okay. For now, let's just take Quincy Riley. We'll revisit. I do have to watch some of these guys. I haven't seen Strong or Huzzy. Yeah, we're doing it. We're taking it.
Y'all don't want mama mentality, huh?
What? What's that? What are you saying?
We gotta go.
Oh, we gotta go?
No mama mentality.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Hit the like button on your way out. Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through. So be cool to everybody. We love you. Be easy.
Eliminate the contingencies.
We got 2 Fs.
We all silly like the mayor.